Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let it take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome to Wisconsin Family. I'm Jessa Jeremiah.
And I'm Justin Riley, and we are at Porter. And if you don't know where Porter is, it's because it's only been open for about a month and a half.
Yeah.
And it's inside Motorless Motion Bicycles, which is over by the Yellow Trains, if you're familiar with Madison, over on West Washington Avenue. So
Yes, it is literally right next to the train. In fact, I can see it
can
just
see it
about
right out the window.
12 feet away from us here. An incredible spot. So, Justin, I'm going to quiz you for a minute here.
Ooh.
Do you know what the definition, do you know what porter means? What is porter to you?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you, because I didn't either. I looked it up this morning. So two things, and both of them really relate to the space, so it's a unique name. Dark brown bitter beer brewed from malt,
Interesting.
so one option. Definition two, a person employed to carry luggage and other loads, especially in a railroad station.
Oh,
So,
okay, that makes sense then.
both make a lot of sense for the space, as they do have liquor here, and obviously we're looking at a big yellow train to our left. So we're going to chat with them a little bit more about the meaning behind the business plan, and I can't wait to do that.
Yeah, and thanks for the quiz.
Yeah.
Janet
Always here
did that to me a couple times. I thought I was done with that. But
I'm back, and now I'm quizzing you.
we're also going to be joined by our good friend Rob Grether from Dashalito's Hot Sauce. Dashalito Hot Sauce started right here in Madison, and they have a pretty wide distribution all around the state, and it's great hot sauces. So we're going to talk a little bit with Rob about some of those things.
And there's also going to be an incredible dance performance that we're going to talk about from a company called Dance Wisconsin. They're doing some really unique things.
They are. It's for those who are looking to really enhance their skills, sharpen their skills to be professionals. So that's coming up after the break right here in Wisconsin Family, so stick around.
'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. In case you're just joining us, we have been having a lovely time here at Porter, which the smell of sandwiches, coffee, and retail is in the air.
If that has a smell.
Well, it may not, but we're going to chat with those folks a little bit later. And we're also going to tell you a little bit about a fabulous hot sauce today. Justin and I both can attest this is one you don't want to miss. We're joined by Rob Grether, who is the owner of Dashalito's, and we're glad to see you. How are you today?
Good to be here. I'm doing great.
Good. Okay, so Dashalito's, we've got a variety of hot sauces to talk about. First, we're going to get in a little bit to the backstory. So tell us the story of Dashalito's, and there's a baby on the bottle, very cute baby. Who's the baby? Tell us the story.
Well, so Dashalito's, or Dashalito, is actually my son, Dashel, who's now 7. You see him around town. His hair's gotten a little longer. He's done some commercial appearances.
Yeah.
You'll see some commercials on TV with him in them. And Dashalito's is a company that started here in Madison. Started on the east side. This sauce in particular is the Green Owl. We started it for a friend of ours at the Green Owl Vegetarian Restaurant on Atwood, and when she opened, I was making this kind of as a hobby and offered her the opportunity to use it in her restaurant. She liked it, so I started making it for her in her kitchen, and then it's just kind of grown organically from there, which is kind of our play on words that we've
Grown organically.
Yeah, perfect.
I love it. I love it.
Very cute.
So you're growing, and what year did it start? It started when your son was a baby, you said?
You know, when the Green Owl opened, Dashel was about 1.
Okay.
And then it was about a year or 2 from there that we kind of just did stuff in the Green
Sure.
Owl.
Okay.
We started making it for them in their kitchen, or they started making it in their kitchen, and then people asked if they could buy it. And that's kind of was the time that things took off from there.
Sure.
I had to go get all of our licensing and kind of jump through all the hoops, figure things out.
A business was born.
And we grew from there. Started bottling, got some partnerships with some people in town here.
Sure.
Mallards were great early on, still are. And then got into some different restaurants, some different stores.
Sure. Yeah. Where can people find your product if they want to just buy it off the shelf?
So as far as stores go, we're in Woodman's and we're in Hy-Vee and Metcalf's and the Willow Street Co-op. as some of our stores, some of our bigger stores, more recognizable stores. And then we have great restaurant and bar partners, friends of ours that feature it. We're in Dottie Dumplings, we're in the Brass Ring, we're in the Green Owl, we're in the Weary Traveler and the Tip Top. They've been great. Dexter's has us on their menu, and they're actually doing a chicken wing, a couple of recipes with our stuff on it.
That's incredible. So you're really all over the Madison area. That's wonderful.
We're all over Madison, and then we are actually statewide in some of them, some specialty shops. We're all the way down in like Kenosha at Mars Cheese Castle, which is a really big kind of tourist attraction. Actually, later today, I'm going down to Walworth. I'm meeting with the Daniels Century people.
Okay.
And should be in the Janesville and Walworth Centuries down in that area, soon. And
cool.
Then we're heading over to Milwaukee, and we're kind of branching out into some of the places and locations kind of in that area.
Nice.
That's exciting. We love to see a nice local business grow and thrive, and especially with a fabulous product. So let's talk a little bit about the product and some changes. But what are you bringing on that's new? Is there anything new on the horizon?
Well, we've got a couple other sauce ideas. We've been very lucky that the sauces that we've made that I'm the one that kind of came up with them have worked out. I've had some other sauces that I haven't followed through with because I didn't like them. I tell people I make them because I like them. But we have some other products. We've got some spicy pickled vegetables that we make, and we've just had some trouble trying to kind of ramp that up and get production going because we're just a real simple little. I mean, for making vegetables like that, we're literally canning them in like an 8 or 10 jar canning system.
This isn't a huge factory,
Yeah, and that's labor intensive. So
Right.
we're trying to look at co-packers and all the little caveats of expanding our
Sure.
difficult, interesting, expensive.
I'm curious to know, how do you come up with some of the names and the recipes?
So the names are, that's a hard one because I kind of try and keep the idea. The labels, that's a whole nother process that
Right.
we go through. The names, we try and come up with something like the Undertow. That was one that I really kind of went back and forth on for a long time. But I tell people it's kind of like, the flavor washes over, the curry and the fruit, is kind of comes over your tongue.
Yeah.
And then the spice kind of comes back like an undertow and leaves.
Gotcha.
Oh, wow, okay.
So,
It's a complex name, yeah. We might run out of time if we ask you about all the different names, but they're
well, red honey's,
some fun
it's
ones.
a red colored sauce and it's got honey in it.
I guess
That's
that was
okay,
easier.
maybe not. That was
That was easy.
All right, we got to go in just a second. Any quick events you want to tell us about before we go?
There's just a lot going on, and we're looking forward to 2017. We're going to be, around town, farmers markets and festivals and fairs, and keep your eyes open for us.
Yeah, you guys are all over the place. So thanks for coming in and sharing this, and really good stuff. So
It is.
make sure
Very
you
good.
find them, Dashalitos. All right, guys, we're going to be back with more Wisconsin Family after this. We're here at Porter, so please stick with us.
'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We've been here at Porter, having a great time smelling the coffee.
I know. I'm ready for a sandwich. I don't know about you.
No, I'm still on the coffee. It's
Okay.
coffee for me. So
Just me.
we are joined now by Chelsea Bradley from Dance, Wisconsin. Chelsea, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank
Good
you.
to have you with us. Good to have you with us. And you're going to talk to us a little bit about the Choreographers Showcase 2,
Yes.
which is an event happening on January 28th at 7:30 p.m. at Promenade Hall at the Overture Center for the Arts. So what can audiences expect to see at this showcase?
Well, this showcase is very contemporary. So, like, if you were to go to Chicago and see Hubbard Street perform these very contemporary works, more of that. There is one classical ballet, but it's still a contemporary work. So it's
Not quite the Nutcracker.
not quite the Nutcracker, no.
Let's talk about, now you guys put on quite a show. So let's talk a little bit about how long the showcase is. So if people are coming to the show, how long can they expect to be entertained by this fabulous dance?
Yep, this one's pretty short. It's about an hour.
Okay.
Each piece is from 4 to the longest is 8.5 minutes.
Okay. So it sounds like there's a variety of different things, maybe something for everybody there?
There really is. There's
Yeah.
there's a ballet, there's very contemporary works. One is to the Giving Tree, so you have spoken word, and then there's all kinds of different music. So it's a wide range of dance.
That's
very
exciting. Now, this particular showcase is put on by a company called Dance Wisconsin. Dance Wisconsin is in Monona, right, on Monona Drive?
The studio that they're based at is in Monona,
Okay.
yes.
Talk to us a little bit about Dance Wisconsin as a company. What is it?
So Dance Wisconsin is a nonprofit arts organization for youth in the southern Wisconsin area. What we do is promote quality dance education for these students, and then we provide them with opportunities to go on and become professional dancers. So the goal within this organization is just more professionally minded students who want to go off and have these careers in dance.
I see. So what a unique angle. I suppose it's not so much just for the recreation and the fun. So these are maybe children and folks who are interested in pursuing potentially a career
Exactly.
in the dance field.
Pretty
we draw.
serious then.
Yeah, we draw from a wide range of studios. Any student from any studio can audition, and it's it's those particular students who decide that they want to spend more time in this, and they want to go off and have those professional careers.
Wow.
Do you guys have any lessons over there? Or is it mainly just a company of dancers that
So
you audition for?
Dance Wisconsin, that's a 501c3. It's its own company,
Okay.
and they have a company class on Thursdays,
Okay.
and then they rehearse. The home studio is Monona Academy of Dance.
Got it.
They have many more students there,
Sure.
all age ranges, and that's where the classes happen.
Got
but
it.
again, Dance Wisconsin is just the group for
Right.
those who want that extra opportunity.
Right.
I love that idea, because I think what the challenge would be as a serious dancer would, if you're sort of out dancing, I guess, the rest of the folks in your class, you may not be able to develop those skills as sharply as you would like to. So to put those more elite, serious dancers in one group is going to help them develop
Exactly.
on a more rapid
Yeah.
basis. Okay, I like that a lot.
And will you be dancing?
I will not be dancing.
okay.
I choreographed 2 pieces that you're going to see. One is Dance Wisconsin, and
Okay.
the other one we have some guest artists.
Sure.
2 who danced with Madison Contemporary Visions Dance.
Okay.
One of them, Mia Bishop, she teaches over at Monona Academy, so she's with the kids a lot. And then we may have someone from Canopy performing with her as well in a duet that I choreographed. So.
Wow, that's
Very
really
fun.
exciting. Let's talk, you piqued my interest. I think this is an incredible, organization, Dance Wisconsin, and then the showcase that you're putting on, again, at the Overture Center for the Arts. Really coming up quickly, January 28th,
Yes.
as Justin mentioned, it'll sneak up on us fast. Are there tickets still available, and where can we get them? What's the best way to get in this?
Tickets are still available. You can go to overturecenter.org, and they are $25.
Okay. So $25 to see some, really serious professional dancers perform what I can only imagine is incredible choreography, hence the name. So that's going to be a lot of fun. 7:30 p.m. at Promenade Hall, as you said.
And not to jump too far ahead into the future, but after the Choreographers Showcase 2, what's the next step for Dance Wisconsin? Where can we see them next?
So one of those great opportunities that we provide is an organization called Regional Dance America that we're part of, and there's thousands of college recruiters, of company recruiters, scholarship opportunities, and that's a very exciting thing that we're doing in Phoenix, Arizona. That's in
Okay.
May, and one of the pieces that you'll see in Choreographers Showcase, we're not sure which one, will be selected, and they'll perform it in Phoenix.
Very cool.
And then after that, in that process, we'll be getting ready for our Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, which is our next full-length ballet.
And that'll be here in Madison?
That will be here at the Midby Theater.
Okay.
We have just less than a minute left, but I'm curious what kind of preparation it takes. I mean, when we go as a viewer to see something like this, it's beautiful and it's well choreographed and everyone's together and toes pointed, all the details. What is the prep like?
Well, the preparation, it starts with the training and all the classes that they take to get the technique that's necessary to perform at this level. And then the pieces we started choreographing as early as June. And then you continue to refine. So my process, for example, I like to work with the dancers, and as they improve, I like to shift the choreography so it really complements what they're doing at that time, so it grows with them. So it's a long process of setting the movements and refining them, and then continuous training of these dancers and performance opportunities so they can put all those pieces together.
Into the big grand show. Well, very impressive stuff, Chelsea. Thank you.
Yes, so thank you so much for joining us. Chelsea joins us from Dance Wisconsin. Still tickets available. Go to their website. It's on January 28th at 7:30 p.m. in the Overture Center for the Arts. We'll be right back with more Wisconsin Family after the break.
'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. If you've been in the Madison area for probably the last 20 some odd years, you're probably familiar with the stationary yellow Milwaukee Road trains that are right along West Washington Avenue just past Regent Street.
And behind us as well.
And behind us, yes. And just behind them is a little place called Porter, which is where we are right now. And we are joined now by Gilbert Altschul and Jess Perkins from Porter. Thank you so much for joining us, and thanks for having us here.
Yeah, of course. Welcome.
So, what are the long-term plans for this train station?
We're starting out with the big questions today, but
right.
yeah, I think that's a good one.
Yeah, great. Roger Charlie, he owns the bike shop that we're standing in, and he bought this building a few years ago, and he's just really excited to bring some life back to it. So he approached me and my family initially about doing a restaurant here at the Baggage House, which is just next door to Porter, actually. So we plan on doing a big, like 150-seat taco restaurant called Bandit out of there. He also wants to continue to glass in the train station itself the same way he has this portion of the bike shop. Wow. So along with that, we're going to have this huge, beautiful atrium. It made sense to me, like, let's do a market. Let's bring a lot of people down here. So we'll be doing a kind of year-round farmers market there as well with some different vendors, meat vendors, seafood vendors, produce vendors, things like that. And then as we were talking about that, you know, every good market needs good coffee. And Edward Jones was in the space where Porter is now. And they opted out of their lease about 1.5 years early, so we just took the opportunity to start building. And 6 months later, we opened Porter. So it's the first in a kind of big project we're working on down here.
Wow,
What
meant
an
to be.
yeah, I mean, this is an incredible story that is sort of unfolding before our eyes right now. And starting just with this space, it's a really incredible space and a really unique thing that you've done here. And just the feel of it walking in, this is my first time in here today. It's just got such a beautiful ambiance. I mean, just looking around, it's just such a unique and beautiful space that you have turned into something really usable and really exciting for folks in the downtown area. And I can't wait to see what happens from here because all of your plans are just really exciting. So we'll have to follow along as this unfolds.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having us here.
Yeah, of course.
And let's talk a little bit about the coffee, obviously. We've been here, just in this environment, smelling the fabulous food, the coffee as well. So who's your coffee roaster? Let's talk coffee for a bit.
Sure. Yeah, and then I'll introduce Jess. So I actually was working closely with Trevor Grain. He's manager and owner at Bradbury's. He kind of came on as a coffee consultant in this project and pointed me in the direction of Counterculture Coffee. They're a roaster out of North Carolina. They do some really good stuff and offer a lot of really high quality hands-on, continuing training for our staff. So it's just a really good fit, and nobody's using them exclusively around here, and the feedback's been great. So he kind of set up that initial stuff, and then Jess has a big coffee background here in Madison, so she comes in and handles a lot of the day-to-day and making sure everything is the way it should be.
And that's important because coffee connoisseurs, they're gonna know if you're the real deal or not. So you gotta be on your game, and it sounds like you are. And the coffee here has just been incredible, and lots of really good reviews and feedback coming out of here in just a really short time. So that's incredible. And Gil is the owner here at Porter. Jess is the cafe manager. So let's turn to you a little bit here.
Yeah, and how has the reception been so far? You've been open for how long now?
About a month and a half, just a little over.
Okay, and how's the reception been in that short time?
Very positive. People are really excited that we're using this space. They're excited for another coffee shop in the area besides Panera, and just something different. So counterculture, again, isn't been offered in the area. So some people that have had experience with counterculture before can come and get it, and they've been really stoked about that. And yeah, so.
This is my first time hearing about counterculture coffee, and every time you say that, I'm thinking it's a movement versus a company. So.
It is a movement, but if you read the reviews about the coffee, I mean, it's incredible. People are enjoying it, and to your point about some of the maybe competitors or what have you, this is Madison. We love to see a locally owned business thrive and come in and be successful and be good like you are at what you do, and it's really an incredible story, but also experience that you've just nailed. I think it's wonderful.
Thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about alcohol. Now, is that something that you're serving as well?
Yeah, we have our liquor license and everything, and we've started selling by the bottle. We have beers by the bottle, some wine by the bottle, and offer glasses, and people can definitely come in-house and enjoy some nice spirited items as well as some food. We're moving in the direction of offering some of our coffees and teas as cocktails as well, working on some recipes. Pretty soon, too, we'll be having a happy hour in the Monday through Friday, we'll offer a variety of drink specials. So
That's
yeah.
great. And what a great location to come enjoy happy hour. I mean, like I said, this is just a really neat spot to do something like this. So to be able to come in the morning, have a cup of coffee, sandwiches, and have a great happy hour, I mean, what else can you ask for?
Yeah, one of the big wins for us probably is actually, so the liquor license will be attached to the entire property where the train station is. So once the other restaurant is up and going, and once it's enclosed, you'll be able to kind of move around, like have a beer, and we'll put a bunch of cafe tables outside, and be a lot of space. The whole, we're kind of looking for that kind of like Union South kind of feel,
Sure,
like just
yeah.
a hub,
I
Yeah,
love
absolutely.
That. It's so exciting.
And events, do you have any events that are coming up that we can look forward to?
Yeah, we're definitely building on that. I'm doing a raclette service once a month, which is a traditional, like, kind of Swiss style of cheese service where you caramelize cheese and serve it over vegetables, and we're pairing that with different wines and whatnot. We're doing that once a month, and then Jess has started up an event with Dough Baby where they're coming through with different donuts on Sundays. And
So I thought you had said everything wonderful that I could possibly hear.
And you mentioned donuts.
And now you're bringing out cheese and donuts.
Right.
Okay, so
Wisconsin
you,
favorites.
yeah, you had me at coffee, and you just keep expanding. I think it's fantastic. So really exciting events coming up for you, and also for you being here managing the day-to-day. Let's talk a little bit about other businesses. So are there other businesses as well?
here at the station, or in general, or?
Do you have other businesses that you're also working on?
Yeah, I mean, so I own Grandpa's Pizzeria over on Williamson Street and Gibbs Bar, and then with all the attention going towards the market and the taco shop next door,
Okay.
there's a lot to come for sure.
Awesome. Okay, so Gramps and then the taco shop as well. So, so I would say that you're a pretty busy guy.
Yeah, stay that way.
You've got a lot going on, and that's really incredible. But a lot of motivation and energy to kickstart something like this, and vision. So,
Thank you.
I'm
congrats.
just really curious if someone, we haven't talked about this yet, but what are some of the menu offerings that you have here? Like what are some of the sandwiches?
Sure. we have a full coffee menu, as well as some nice cold beverages that people can grab with their sandwich if coffee's not their thing, and tea as well. Sandwiches wise, Gil has put together a lovely menu for both breakfast and lunch. We have a delightful breakfast sandwich that has heritage ham, so Dan Fox's Farm Heritage. Get some nice ham from there with an over easy egg with cheddar. And then my lunch favorite is the sopressata panini on Stalzy's sesame baguette with some nice sopressata, sliced meat, and
Some really
cheese and stuff. So it's
unique
great.
choices and
Yes.
options. I saw some of our coworkers around the corner enjoying some sandwiches,
Nice.
so I think that's Justin and my next stop.
That's our next stop. So, well, hey guys, thank you so much for having us here today. I can't believe we're out of time already. I'm
Right.
sad.
Yeah.
But thanks so much for having us. I
It's
hope we
been
get to
a
come
pleasure.
back. And this is Gilbert Altschul and Jess Perkins from Porter. Thanks again. And thank you for watching. That's all the time we have for Wisconsin Family. We'll see you next time.
Every day is a new beginning. Shine